Hey y'all, if you're looking to watch the People's State of the Union tonight, it starts at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time and streams live online. This is a citizens-led event happening alongside the official event. You can watch it on YouTube and social platforms. Just search People's State of the Union and tune in. Stay informed, stay engaged. Our voices matter.
Singing all day.
The People's State of the Union. Join us February 24th at 8:30 p.m. Tune in live.
Time, morning time.
Hey, a quick heads up for Tuesday night. The State of the Union is happening. And yeah, Donald Trump is going to be there talking for probably an hour. But if you're thinking, I don't know if I feel like listening to that for 60 minutes, there's another option. At the same time, Midas Touch and MoveOn are hosting the People's State of the Union. It's being hosted by Joy Reid and Katie Fang, plus a ton more names that you will recognize. And for a change, instead of politicians talking to each other, you're going to get a chance to hear them talk to you about healthcare, wages, about your rights, and about where this country is actually headed. So it's the same night, same time, but a much different direction. If that sounds more like your speed, you can watch it live on Midas Touch. Personally, I would much rather listen to a bunch of people that care about this country than to one person who cares about himself. That's just my opinion.
Here with Senator Adam Schiff at the California Democratic Convention, but he's heading back to D.C. And instead of hearing Trump's lies, where are you going to be on the 24th?
I am going to be at the People's State of the Union with Midas Touch in front of the Capitol. We can't treat this as normal. We can't treat this president as normal. This is a man who wants to be a dictator. He is trampling our laws and our Constitution every day, and I am not going to give him an audience to tell more lies. So I look forward to being with you out front in that Capitol and speaking to the people about what we're facing as a country and how we can truly make this a more perfect union, because it just can't wait.
Thank you for being the voice of the American people, because we are sick of his lies, and we want to hear from you and all the other representatives that are truly standing up for our democracy. So see you in D.C.
I will see you in
and
D.C.
see everybody else.
The state of our union is fucked up. That's the state of our union.
Not only is it fucked up, it is going to get worse before it gets better. And in fact, it won't get better unless, people have had enough with it. I'll be honest with you, Don, I don't feel like America's angry enough. I spent a couple months in D.C. when ICE was there during the federal occupation there. I went to Chicago when ICE occupied there. People are angry and people are standing up, and the resistance is beautiful to see. And I love the communities that do stand up for their neighbors, and the community that Minneapolis is building. I swear to God, if we could get America to be Minneapolis, we'd be a lot better off. But I don't think people are angry enough, and it's going to get worse. This guy has plans to rig the 2026 elections. When he gets on tomorrow and gives his State of the Union speech, it's going to be a bunch of lies and gaslighting.
As for tomorrow night, you've given Democratic members the option to skip the event if they want to. For those who choose to attend, how would you like to see them behave?
Well, listen, it's my expectation that members who choose to attend will be there in silent defiance. Of course, skeptical of the remarks that the president is going to try to deliver in terms of his spin.
Good morning, people. It's your brother Van Silk. It's a little chilly down here in Florida. Another segment of Common Sense with Van Silk. Well, I ain't gonna make this long because I just like to do intros and outros. I hope y'all having a great day. I see a lot of the people up north, y'all having that bad snowy weather. I was just looking at it the other day. But I want to say tonight, the President of the United States has the State of the Union. And I'm quite sure some of y'all are going to sit down and watch the State of the Union by the President. And then we also have the Midas Touch, the People's State of the Union. And that's the one I'm going to watch. That's the one I'm supporting. And there's going to be a dozen or so senators that will be with the People's State of the Union. And some of the Epstein survivors will be in place at the President's State of the Union. basically, they have to acknowledge these women that was raped and tortured. And they want to use the word rape or whatever. I'm using the word rape. Okay? It's what it is. Stop trying to change the narratives and the wordings. Oh, it's grape. What is grape? Grape is a fruit. I'm going to say this. The way the world is going right now and the way this man is running in this administration, running this country, your people need to get out and vote. And I mean get out and vote. Not even the primaries going on now. We got to get ready to vote for November. Okay? From Texas, I want Jasmine Crockett. I don't trust that guy. I think he's one of those type of guys who's faking to be a Democrat. We have to get the midterm elections. We got to get the people out to vote. I created the organization called ALGA. Okay? America Love Great Americans. Getting the t-shirts done. We need to support these senators and Congress people that's running for Congress. We need to get out and support them. But you just make sure tonight, with Ben Marsalis and everybody, you have to excuse this one, it's killing me. Y'all make sure y'all support the people State of the Union tonight. The links is in the topic. You can go and watch it. Let me get myself together. Y'all have a great, great Tuesday. I'm out. Van Silk coming to you from rumble.com, youtube.com, and tiktok.com. Common Sense with Van Silk.
My fellow Americans, what started as an idea is now a movement. What started as a conversation is now action. The People's Union is here and our website is live. For too long, we've been controlled by corporations, by corrupt politicians, and by a system that was never designed for us. But now we are uniting, we are organizing, and we are taking back power. This is no longer just a moment. This is truly a revolution of the people. Our first major action is already underway, the 24-hour economic blackout on February 28th. 1 full day of refusing to comply. 1 full day of reminding them that we are the economy, and without us, they have nothing. And trust me, we have enough time to organize enough people to send a shockwave within that system that will be big enough to let them hear our voices. And now, for the first time, we have a place to come together that is safe. The People's Union website is up. This is where we organize, strategize, and build the foundation for real change. And right now the site is up and running, but it's just the beginning. Over the coming weeks, we will be adding a community forum, deeper insight pages, and more powerful tools to connect us all as one unstoppable force. This is the moment. This is the moment where we stop just talking about change and start making it happen. So, if you are done being ignored, if you are done struggling while the rich get richer, then visit the website, sign up, and be a part of history. Remember, my friends, they can ignore protests, they can ignore elections, but they cannot ignore an entire nation standing together. So what I need you to do right now is go to thepeoplesunionusa.com. Sign up for the newsletter, commit to the blackout, and drop a yes in the comment section if you are in. And most importantly, my friends, share this video, because the more of us there are, the stronger we become. The People's Union is real, the movement has started, and this is just the beginning, my friends. Thank you for listening. Please share. I'll see you soon.
The massive boycott against Donald Trump's State of the Union is exploding in Donald Trump's face. Trump and MAGA and corporate news are all attacking the Midas Touch network since we are leading the boycott against Donald Trump and his despicable regime at the State of the Union. We have partnered with MoveOn. We are the exclusive distribution partners for an event called the People's State of the Union Union. Now, dozens and dozens of members of the House of Representatives and senators will be boycotting the State of the Union, fairly unprecedented in these types of numbers, and they will be attending our event at the Midas Touch Network. We will have a stage and an area set up outside of the Capitol building. We're calling it the People's State of the Union. And last night, Democratic Senator Adam Schiff announced that he will be indeed boycotting Trump's State of the Union. And instead, Senator Schiff will be attending the Midas Touch Network's State of the Union, the People's State of the Union, where he will be one of our featured speakers. Now, MAGA has been attacking the Midas Touch Network. They've been attacking Senator Schiff, and they've been attacking me and my brothers personally as a result of this boycott. But it's what is just. It is what is needed right now. By the way, look how close we are to 6 million subscribers. Help us get to 6 million subscribers today by subscribing right now. Now I want to show you what Senator Schiff said when he made the big announcement last night that he is boycotting the State of the Union, and he will be speaking at the Midas Touch Network's People's State of the Union. Let's play this clip right here of Senator Schiff.
Donald Trump is violating the law and Constitution. He is ignoring court orders. He has weaponized the Justice Department to go after his enemies. He is letting loose ICE troops in our streets that are getting people killed. I will not be attending the State of the Union. I've never missed one. I have always gone both to inaugurations and to States of the Union, but we cannot treat this as normal. This is not business as usual. I will not give him the audience he craves for the lies that he tells. I'll be outside the Capitol with Midas Touch and MoveOn for the People's State of the Union, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday.
Powerful indeed. Here is a list of some of the other speakers, everybody from Senator Merkley to Markey to Senator Murphy to Senator Tina Smith, Senator Van Hollen, Congresswoman Ansari to Balint. We've got Maxwell Frost and Casar. We've got Leger Fernandez. We've got Jim Himes, the ranking member of the Intelligence Committee, Sarah Jacobs, Jayapal. The list keeps going on and on. You can check out the list there. Speaking about Democratic Congresswoman Sarah Jacobs, she went on corporate news. She was on CNN.
This year I've decided I will not attend the State of the Union address. Every year since I've been in Congress, I've gone, I've considered it part of my job. I've considered it a way to respect the office of the president, even if I disagreed with him, as I did in the first Trump administration. But this year is different. And I think the way to do my job this year is not to go, because President Trump has shown a disregard for Congress and a disregard for his own office. The way he's not observed our powers of the purse, not following our spending directions through the budget, imposing tariffs without congressional approval, taking acts of war without a congressional approval. It's wrong, and I think it has to be called out. And the way he's abused his own office. He's made over $1 billion in personal money off of the office. He's sold pardons for favors to his friends, and he has militarized our cities against us. It's just not right, and I won't be insulted by sitting there listening to it. I'll find out what he said later, and for those who choose to go, that's fine. I don't criticize them at all. I'm not calling for a boycott. This is just the way I see it this time. I've always gone, but this year it's not for me.
Well, I just want to tell you, to hear from me, that I am not going to State of the Union. Look, there's more productive things I can be doing with my time than just sitting there for 2 hours and clapping on cue. Right now, this country is hurting. You know, whether it's what's happening in Minnesota, whether it's our families that are just trying to make every dollar stretch longer, whether it's veterans trying to make sure that their benefits aren't being cut by this administration. There's a lot of work to be done, and it's not going to happen in that chamber for 2 hours when the president's just going to be using, that bully pulpit as a way to just, push further and further his agenda. So I'll be spending the time working for Arizona, spending time with my family, and look forward to continue really fighting to make sure that Americans have a chance at the American dream. Thanks.
I will not be attending the State of the Union, and an overwhelming majority of my constituents are backing me up on this one. Here's why. It's because of what Trump has done to our country, our civil rights, and our democracy. So we cannot treat this as a normal moment. We cannot continue on with business as usual while our democracy is under attack by a president who thinks he's above the law. And then on top of that, he has signed legislation that will result in thousands of people in our district losing their health care and nutrition benefits. So I know Northeast Ohio has had enough, and I have definitely had enough. You see, attendance is a way of signaling respect, but in this case, absence is a way of signaling conscience. And I've chosen to go with my conscience on this one. So, no, I am not going to be there because this is an all hands on deck moment to rein in this president and let him know we will not stand for his lies. We will not stand for his name calling or his attacks. We will fight back, and we will.
On Tuesday, this man is going to stand before Congress, before the American people, and talk about the state of our union. And I'm going to tell you right here, I'm going to tell you right now, there will be lies told. There will be media saying washing of policies and revision of history that we have all just lived through. Because the reality is the state of our union is an American horror story. I, along with a number of educators, creators, and new media, will be in D.C. on Tuesday talking to leaders, fact-checking claims, and ensuring that the truth about the state of our union is amplified. The truth. Because the truth is the state of our union is not measured by the applause lines that your president will attempt to garner from the Republican sycophants in his audience or from the media. It's measured by whether people can afford to live without choosing between food and rent. It's measured by whether parents feel safe sending their kids to school or whether people can afford their medication desperately needed for their health. It's measured by whether human beings are treated with dignity or used as political props, thrown in concentration camps, murdered in the streets. Because that's what's happening right now. That is where we really are in the state of this union. We are watching attacks on reproductive freedom escalate across states. We are watching book bans and curricular censorship spread throughout school systems, erasing the history of entire groups of Americans. We are watching LGBTQ Americans, with particular focus on trans people, being turned into political targets. We are watching environmental protections roll back while climate disasters grow more severe every single day. We are watching economic policies that reward wealth at the top, while working people like me and you are told that there is no affordability crisis and we can't afford shit. We can't afford shit to live. So while our president stands before Congress and declares success, I will be in Washington standing with the people, the ones that you trust, bringing you conversations with lawmakers, advocates, and everyday folk. Together, all of us will be fact-checking the claims, breaking down what these policies really mean for your life, your money, your children, your rights, and your future. So follow us account if you don't. Check in daily stories too, because this is some serious shit, and the truth should never be optional, especially when we are living through this American horror story, all of us together.